So if a blockchain is a decentralized or distributed database, where does it get its computing power if there's no central authority or enabler? Effectively, blockchains get their computing power by getting their participants on their network to contribute their computing capacity. So again, I'm just going to use the Bitcoin example. When you join the Bitcoin community, you can elect to be what is called a partial node or a full node. Let me start with a partial node and what that means. If you are a partial node, you will not download the database onto your hardware. You will, however, be able to view the database hosted on other computers. You will not contribute processing power to the network, but you will be able to transact on the underlying Bitcoin blockchain. As such, you will be able to buy and sell Bitcoins. And you are what we call a partial node. You can transact on the network, but you don't necessarily need to have downloaded the entire database onto your hardware. That's a partial node. A full node, if you elect to be a full node, it will mean you retain a copy of the Bitcoin blockchain or ledger on your own hardware. And this will be updated as transactions are authorized. Your hardware will also provide computing power to the Bitcoin blockchain. And that computing power is used to authenticate the validity of transactions on the blockchain by applying sophisticated cryptography. Now, this contribution of your computing power to help the system to work, to authenticate the transactions on Bitcoin, this is called mining. It's called mining. But remember, the people who are on the Bitcoin blockchain are contributing their computing power to enable this mining. Now, if you enable mining using your hardware, it will result in you potentially earning Bitcoins when you enable transactions to be successfully authenticated and processed. Full nodes also fully enforce the rules of the Bitcoin blockchain. So individuals and institutions with the greatest computing power, they contribute to the network in the form of servers, and they're likely to be the ones who successfully mine the most Bitcoins. But mining can be costly, both from a computer hardware perspective and also from an electricity point of view. And that's why in some cases, you've seen people pooling money together to buy servers and flash cards. So they could collectively purchase more advanced hardware with better processing power that would allow them to mine Bitcoins more successfully and sell them at a profit. And some of the larger, more organized consortiums have actually located their servers contributing to the Bitcoin blockchain in countries like Iceland, which are cooler and don't require as much air conditioning in the data centers, and where electricity costs are relatively cheaper. Emphasis: the participants on the blockchain network are the ones who provide the computing power.